Hello everybody. Sorry I have not been able to make a video for the past day or two, mainly because this is a poor room to make a video in. I mean, while my brother's not here half the time, and most of the time he's making a mess, as you can see by the fact that his bag and stuff's all over the place. I mean, look at these clothes and stuff. I mean, have you ever seen his room? It's a mess. And also because, keep in mind, you've got the air conditioner here, and then you've got my parents outside who, keep in mind, keep bugging me, and I've also got the air conditioner on half the time because it gets real hot in this house. I mean, it really does. But enough of that. Let's just start talking about what happened in the last few days. So, 2 days ago, I was in my cousin's car, which is a Chevrolet CMV. Just look that up on Google Images or Wikipedia, and that's all you need to know about it, because it's basically like one of those real tiny, like, vans that they sell in third world countries, which are basically, they're still making old car designs. I mean, you should see how long they made the old Volkswagen Beetle and Bus for. They made them for a long time in, like, Mexico and stuff, and they still make, like, an older generation Nissan Altima or something like that in Mexico. But yeah, it's basically an older generation Suzuki van, which was rebranded as Daewoo and then rebranded as Chevy. And it has like only a 3-cylinder engine, straight pipe exhaust, and it's bumpy. So I was literally sitting at the back of it like I was just cramped in there. But I did get some nice photographs after maxing out 2 memory cards with my Nikon D1X shooting RAW files. And then I had to go into settings and change it so it would shoot uncompressed RAWs. And then, of course, I had to fight with the exposure compensation on that, because as we all know, the D1X simulates film with its image sensor, so you have to, like, get it right, or else you'll get it overexposed or underexposed, and it does that a lot, but at least I got some pictures. Anyways, here's the room again after a few days. I've got the laptop, and what we also did, like, I think yesterday, because I think it's the 28th now, actually, no, it was the day before that, I think. No, it was yesterday. What I did was I actually got a SIM card for this old Windows Mobile 6 phone I had lying around. It supports 3G, but the second you, like, make a call or something, it dips to 2G for some reason. So it's not really 3G, so I just made it so it stays at 2G all the time and saves battery life. It's a Digicel cell phone. It's 2:19 p.m. here in Aruba, which is an hour ahead of, like, Eastern Standard Time. And this phone is quad band, so I am getting signal, though, as you can see, it's getting signal with the 900 band, which is EGSM is printed on here, so so you have to have a quad band phone if you want to come to Aruba, and, like, you live in America where the only GSM frequencies are 850 and 1900 and not 900 and 1800 like they are here in Aruba. Because keep in mind, in other countries they do the frequency allocation differently. But look, here's the SIM carriers for Digicel. I'm going to cover these up so, like, nobody can see the number, but as you can see, Digicel Aruba. Whatever, I'm just gonna, like, put these away for now. So yeah, I also got another SIM card for my mom, for, like, a cheap phone we bought on Amazon, which is a quad band phone, so, like, my mom can call, so, like, not my mom, or whoever has that phone can call me, because this is the phone I carry. Or if at the house we want to call whoever has that phone, we can do it with this phone. It's a good thing I used an old Windows Mobile 6 phone I had lying around that's pretty much useless in 2014. I've also got some Doritos here. I'm going to eat these later, but they do sell Doritos in Aruba, but they don't sell Fruit Punch, which is a disappointment for the brands they sell in America, because I like Fruit Punch. It's some good stuff right there. But at least they have Gatorade here, but the only problem is they seem to overfill the bottles of Gatorade here, so... And not only that, but the trash can here is small, but they seem to overfill the bottles of Gatorade here, so when you open them, it kind of spills out. But yeah, that day I got a bunch of good pictures on my D1X. Then yesterday, like I said, we got the SIM, but then we also got to go around the mall. In fact, we did that twice, and I have some funny stories. Like, for example, I was walking by, because they were, like, some guy was playing dubstep in his car, and he, like, passed us, and I'm like, playing dubstep in that car loud should be a crime. He's like, what's dubstep? And I tell him what it is, and I'm like, dubstep sucks. Some random guy walking by just agrees with us. Like, yeah, dubstep is that terrible. And of course, let's not forget how when we were doing the whole thing with, good lord, these clothes. My brother needs to, like, at least put them up on his bed or something. So, like, we were doing the whole thing with, there's also an arcade here, too. So I went into the arcade, and they had some games like Battle Gear 4, which is a piece of shit game. I mean, it looks like shit, even though it came out in 2006, years after Burnout 3 did, and that game looks much better on the original Xbox, even, but yeah, but they did have, like, Mario Kart Arcade GP2, which, I don't know if it's the cabinet or the game, but it was much more fun than the first, especially because the steering wheel seemed to have some force feedback, unlike Arcade GP did, to my knowledge. And, of course, what I also got to do that was, like, cool was, they also had, like, a King of Fighters 13 arcade cabinet and Super Street Fighter 4 Arcade. I'm probably not going to play Super Street Fighter 4 Arcade, but I'm probably going to definitely try out King of Fighters 13 because I really hated Street Fighter 4, like the original one. That was kind of a shitty game. So yeah, I'm still waiting here for like my parents to come, but I also haven't filmed any videos either over the last few days because of this environment being poor to film videos in, but at least I've got some video ideas I'm going to be making videos based off of. For example, I've got one idea where I'm going to make a video talking about, like, probably either the Nuzlocke challenge, or I'll expand on that by talking about how broken game design is not equal difficulty, and maybe I'll also talk about how, people try to make games that are easy on the flip side seem hard when they're just masking the poor difficulty, and the fact that if you played any other game like it was Nuzlocke, you'd get videos made on you saying, this is how you don't play insert game here. Oh, and did I mention that what also happened was when, another thing I might as well talk about was about, I've been writing, like, what to say in this video, but I'm going to be talking about, like, you know what the series is like Five Nights at Freddy's and Pokemon? You know how people talk about how, oh, this series has a lot of lore and stuff. Well, guess what? Those series just have a lot of fan theories which don't equal anything official, and there's people trying to cover up for poor writing, and it makes it worse because they know they can just make it as incomprehensible as hell, and the fans will just eat it up and try to make it look like it's better than it actually is. I mean, imagine if, like, have you seen, like, those movies where they, like, explain everything? And then imagine if you're watching a movie where they have, like, so many plot holes in it, but, oh, you can go online and read some theory about what these plot holes were. Like that does not excuse the poor writing, but see what I'm getting at? I'm going to make a video on that, too. And the only reason I was able to think about that kind of stuff was because I've been so bored because, well, honestly, this vacation would have been better had my parents and cousins been better planners, but, like, just last night, they were like, oh, let's go for ice cream. They walk all around, like, this mall, which is, like, an outdoor mall, which is pretty nice, and then next thing you know, we're like, oh, let's just eat at McDonald's ice cream. I'm like, are you kidding me? We walked all this way just for McDonald's ice cream? I mean, forget that. I might as well go to Haagen-Dazs, which is, like, not far, but I have no idea why nobody's eating there. And me and my mom just went to Haagen-Dazs, and we had some, like, nice ice cream. It was, like, real good and stuff, while they had to eat their McDonald's ice cream. I mean, you totally make a vacation to, like, another country just to eat, freaking McDonald's ice cream, right? So yeah, there's what's been going on with my vacation lately, and thanks for watching. Subscribe for more, and I'll probably put more updates as the week progresses, and maybe when I get home I'll talk about what my final thoughts on this vacation were. But honestly, I honestly wish I was out doing stuff instead of, like, sitting around here with my cousins and my parents being poor planners. But yeah, that's all I have to say. Oh, and did I mention that TV there's not even hooked up? It's just hooked up to, like, nothing. I'm not even joking. They don't even have cable going up here, so what's the point? Anyways, that's all I have to say. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more. And maybe I'll make a video or two talking about some stuff when I get back.